Yeah, I'm doing good, Rob. How you doing? I'm feeling a lot better. What up, hillbilly? I'm trying something new. I'm actually going live on YouTube through my PC and using the IM webcam app on my phone. So I want to see if I pick up any subscribers just by using my PC. Because I know I pick up subscribers being live on my phone. That's good to hear, Rob. That's awesome, bro. I was just scrolling through YouTube looking to see if anybody's live, and nobody's live this late, man. So I figure, what the hell? I'll see who's the late goers tonight. I'm feeling better, man. A lot better. I slept on my opposite side, so the calcium crystals would work their way back, and it helped. Nope, I'm not feeling too bad at all right now. The other night, man, I was just out of it. I couldn't think. I was getting frustrated, and all the good stuff. Sitting here playing with my knife, my little fixie. I love this thing. I carried it all day today. I'm gonna start going on a Swiss tech addiction, like you, Jim. I'm just now recovering from my DSC show tonight. Was you there actually at the place? I seen your post of all the knives they were trying to get rid of. Yep. Yep. Man, I can't wait to get started here now. I finished that fellow's blue jean jacket. I'm gonna finally take it to him tomorrow. So that's out of the way. Now I can tackle. When I wake up, I'm going to start tackling 5 things on that table that people wanted in my live chats over the last month. And they're sitting there, and I'm going to get them done. That'll take me only 2 days. And then I'm spending a whole month making 18 blades, get my website together and everything on it. And I got my stickers in and my oh, speaking of stickers, I'm just going to throw these in everybody's bag. Since you're here, Jim, I'll throw them in your bag. I got another envelope today, Kelly Mishmash. Or not Mishmash. Kelly's Bolster Blades are new stickers and some other throw-ins. I'll throw them in your bag, Jim. These are the real nice ones. The holographic. Then I got some of the regular ones. Oh. Yeah, I'll send you several of them, Jim. Some of these. I'll give you several of these. Blade Walkers. They're cool. I'll give you this one here, Jim. Rebel Rouser 777. Pretty cool. I'll give you all these, Jim. Except for I'll give you a couple each of the Kellys. And a couple each of the, let me put them together. Here's one for you, I'll give you, Jim. Keep a Band-Aid handy. That's up your broke, brother. You sent me a Band-Aid and I'm sending you one back. So I'll send you that Eagle one. I'll send you a couple of these. And then I'll send you these two. Civivi and Sencut. I'll put them in your, let me see. Here we go. There we go. My wife wanted one of these owls. She wanted one of the holographic owls. She loves owls. So, but here's what you got. I'm putting this in your bag. 2 of these holographics. 2 of the regulars. The Civivi and Sencut. 2 of the Blade Walkers. Rebel Rouser 777. Keep a Band-Aid handy. And there you go. I'll go put these in your bag right now. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm just seeing who's up and about. You know, I got everything done. I have no reason to get up early tomorrow. I figured, fudge it. I'm gonna go live just to see who comes on. I bet you Claude's lurking too. He's always up late, always, because he sleeps at different times throughout the night and day. He might come in here, chime in, and say hi to you, Jim. You got to work on that noise reduction on your phone, buddy. Tell you, go on a YouTube video; it'll show you how to do it. Claude Williams, my moderator, my other managing moderator. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to the library and I'm gonna put a rules card on the rules on my page for my lives. And I talked to Eric Foriel on the phone tonight. I talked to Jerry on the phone and I talked to Claude on the phone. And I want you to know, Jim, so you know this, these guys are bringing other guys in from other lives. And they've never been on my page. And they get to my life. The one fellow won that Benchmade. He's never been to my page. And right off the get-go, 2 of my mods are saying, oh, yeah, he's been here. He's been here. No, he hasn't. Because Jerry and Claude both checked the chat log, and he's never been to my page for any of my lives. So them 2 mods actually lied. See? So what I'm going to do is with my managing mods, if anybody lies about somebody coming in and they've been here, they're going to be timed out for 5 minutes. Second time, 30 minutes. Third time, gone. I'm not messing around, man. I don't want these people coming in because see, they're not coming into a live where somebody gives me something to give away. They're coming into a live something. I make the rule. It's my live. I'm using money out of my own pocket to make something to give to you guys that are here, to the regulars. You know what I mean? I don't want some outsider coming in and mods lying about it. You know, so I told Claude, I told Jerry, I says, I don't care if they're a mod, if they're lying, time them out. Yeah, he's only here one time. The night of the giveaway. Because, like I said, Jerry and Claude both checked the chat log. And he's never been in the chat log. Never. So that means he's never been other than that night, Monday night, in my life. And he knew that guy was honest. He knew, hey, these are the rules, man. I'm not gonna step on this guy. Hey, Paul, you can have it. So he gave the knife to Paul, which is okay, but I could have and should have disqualified that whole drawing and redrew it. But I let it slide. And I'm just letting you know, you're a managing mod, so you could do the same thing. Check the log, the chat log. If they haven't been here, my managing mods are going to tell me. And I already authorized Jerry and, Jerry and Claude to delete them or to time them out. If anybody's lying, I don't care who it is. I don't care what subscriber it is. And that's going to be on a card now. I'm going to have these rules. If anybody lies about people coming in, they're going to be timed out. Third time, you're gone. I mean, it clearly shows you if somebody's been here in the chat log and in my life. It clearly shows the managing mods. You know what I mean? So I guess they don't see it because they're not managing mods. But just be honest, man. You know what my rules are. And I told Jerry, and Claude tonight. I said, or last night, I said, I'm not going to give any more modern knives away. Nope, it's going to be all traditional. I'm not going to make any modern slips or modern sheaths or anything. It's all going to be modern. They're all going to be traditional. I don't even care to contact Spyderco or any of these companies. Hey, I want to give away one of your knives. When I get bigger, I don't even care to. I'm going to contact Rough Rider. Rosecraft. I'm going to contact the ones because once I get to 5,000, these guys are going to let me give stuff away. If not, sticker packs or whatever it be. I'm going to contact all these people. Well, that's what I'm saying, Jim. First time you lie, it's 10-minute timeout. Second time, 30-minute. Third time, I'm not messing around. You're gone. And then you got to text me, apologize to me, promise me you won't ever do it again. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. All three of us know who it is, including you. And there was a big fuss the other night when I was live about making them managing mods. Well, I'm here all the time. Well, yeah, you are, but you know what? I don't need a bunch of managing mods. And not that I'm disrespecting them. I don't want 5 managing mods. All these big channels only have 2 or 3, and that's it. So, anyways, enough said about that. But yeah, I'm gonna get me another Swiss deck here real soon. I want to get them all. They don't have a big lineup yet, but it's starting to grow. They probably got about 22 knives in there. Oh, I put a couple new reels up tonight, and Kelly's bolster blades just liked one of them. You liked one of my reels I just put up. I was on YouTube learning how to use Instagram. Instagram, really cool, she said. Let me tell her. Let me message her back and tell her I'm live. Hold on. She's up. Instagram, like you're real. Who's Instagram? Instagram. That's cool. I like knives. Oh yeah, I like knives too. She says, "Okay, see you there in a few." So Kelly's coming in. Man, this guy's lighting up my Instagram. Instagram like you're real. That's through Google. I mean, come on, quit liking my reel. All right, I get it. It keeps popping on my screen. Swiss Tech Barrel is very sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna have that one next. I think that's my next one, Jim. I'm gonna get the Swiss Tech Barrel. That is gonna be bought Tuesday. Yeah. A couple of other Barlows I want to get. Like I want to get a roast crap Barlow, Barlows from these companies. I haven't gotten a Barlow from it. And I really do love the Barlow. I like it more than the Trapper. I love a good single blade Barlow. And there's a time I like a good double blade with the pen blade too. But I don't really have too much use for a pen blade. When I pull a pocket knife out, I'm just cutting something, you know what I mean? But oh yeah. No trolls yet, man. I'm surprised. I'm not I'm not in StreamYard right now, and I'm not on OBX. I'm straight from my PC into YouTube through my phone. I mean, I'm using the IM webcam. You could do that too, Jim. You can go live on your laptop or your PC through YouTube and get it's free. Get the IM webcam app. It makes your PC, and you got to get it for your PC. Get the IM webcam. There she is. Good morning, Mrs. Stacy. I got your package today. Your sticker package. Thank you. I just put one of each in everybody's bags before I ship them out. Yeah, Stacy, I'm gonna have a new rule coming up. What's up, Ground Fog? I figured, you know what? Everybody's probably up on YouTube on a weekend. Well, technically a weekend night. And I was looking for a live in the knife industry, and no lives. I'm like, you know what? I got everything done until I start these small projects for the 5 people I had to get out. And then it's all assholes and elbows on the knives. But I am going to go live after my nephew's football game tonight. It'll get over about 9:30. So I'm going to schedule my live tonight at 10 o'clock. So just so you guys know, my live will be tonight at 10 p.m. and it's going to be a bonfire. So I think I'm going to do a Friday night bonfire. Schedule Friday night bonfires. But like I said, because of the football season, they'll be at 10 o'clock every night. So yep, I figured I'd go live so y'all can have something to do, because a lot of you are late nighters. So anyways, I was saying, Stacy, I got a new rule card I'm making up at the library tomorrow, and I'm going to show it before my lives, before my giveaway, and any disputes during a giveaway. And one of my new rules is Friday, unusually moderation bees blades. Well, that's okay. You don't have to be here. Because I got two that will be here constantly. So you don't have, if you just want to come on for 5-10 minutes, it's okay. I'm not giving nothing away. In fact, I'm not giving nothing away until October 1st. I'm taking a whole month off of giving things away for a whole month so I can get 18 knives ready to go and in my website ready to be sold. I got my shirts, my hats, my hoodies, all that's going to be in there in the next couple of weeks. And that's what I'm concentrating on. I got to spend a lot less time in here being live. So I'm only going to be live like 2 days a week. So the weekends for me and the wife. So Wednesdays, Fridays, and occasional Monday. So, Yeah, he needs rest. Jim needs rest. That's a lot to ship. Are you using pirate ship to send them? No, I'm using the postal service. But I'm shipping everything out. I got 20 packages here. It'll cost me probably around $200 because they're boxes, and then I got to put what's in each one of these 13 bags in small boxes, because there's too much in them in each bag for an envelope, So save so much more money if you will go through them. It's still a postal service, but you get your labels paid from pirate ship. What does pirate ship service cost? Is there a fee for it? I'll write it down and look it up. I can make my labels at home too, right? Oh, okay. I got you. Free app? Cool. Is it a free app? Jim's probably looking too, because he's always shipping out with his YouTube channel or his eBay with knives for people. All right. So, okay. They label them for me, and then what I do, just click on the gift and print it. Okay, great. So like I said, I'm making up a rule card, and I'm going to have it before right when I go live, the rules for my giveaways, 30 minutes before the giveaway, right at the giveaway. And then if there's any questions, and I got one more rule changed. If I told my managing mods, if anybody lies about bringing a friend in and says they've been here before in a giveaway, and we check the chat log and they have never been here, they're going to get timed out. I don't care if it's a mod or not. They're going to get timed out. 10 minutes first time, 30 minutes the second time, third time you're out. Removed from the channel, because I'm not messing around. I told these people, I've told them before, I don't want people coming into my lives. This, I'm making something out of my pocket to give to my subscribers, whether it's a member or a subscriber. These people want to come in, that's fine. Subscribe, be in the chat for 30 minutes, and you're good to go. That's easy, You'll fill it out, you'll buy it, you'll print it, label it on your box, and give it to the post office. All right, yeah, that's what I want to do. Do it all here. And then I'm going to find a box service too, where I can get boxes at a discount price. You got any recommendations on that? And Tuesday, when I pick up my stickers, I'm going to send them all out to you guys. All my members and my mods are going to get stickers right away. And then I'll have them for my giveaways too. I got stickers for the Backwoods leather coming and stickers for my Kodiak Edge. So I've never had stickers for my Backwoods leather. So now I'll have. Yes, we will talk. You mean talk about the boxes, Jim? You got a place about the boxes? I called everybody today. All right, cool. And you know what? I don't know why. I mean, I knew he was busy with Deep South, so I didn't bother him. Because it got later. I finished that fellow's jacket about 10 o'clock and went upstairs and watched TV with my wife for about an hour. And then she fell asleep. So I've been down here working on, I'm not having any problems with this, man. I'm running YouTube Live from the YouTube app on my PC with the IM webcam app on my PC and on my phone. So, which is cool. Now, I don't know how far away from this PC I can go with this IM cam. I have to find out. Give it a try. But I think I'm going to put the IM cam app on my notebook too, so I can have them side by side in the backyard when I do the bonfire tonight. Try it now. Try what now, Jim? The place for the boxes or the pirate shipping level? I got to set up my printer yet. I got a printer upstairs that hasn't been used in 5 years. And I'm sure it's outdated. I have to outdate the software in it and everything else. I got a 11.5 by 17-inch printer. I used to use it when I was a digital photographer. A lot of my wildlife prints are done up in 11 by 17s. If I ever get my tote out of my garage, it's got all my photography pictures in it. I'll pull it out and show you guys some of my beautiful wildlife pictures I've taken over the years. I never saved them on the phone because everything on the digital cards goes onto a separate hard drive here. And I should load them into this hard drive, this PC I got here, but I haven't yet. Move the camera. What, this camera here? Oh, try moving the camera. Okay, I got you. See if you lose me. I'll go to the other side. I better check to see if my Bluetooth's on now. because I don't know how far the signal is on here. All right, hold on. I'm going to check real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I turned the Bluetooth on. Let me see what happens here. My messy shop. I got to turn the light on. So. I'm looking at my PC. Hold on, I'm going all the way over here on the other side. I don't know if I'm going to lose you or not. I can't see my PC right now, so hopefully I didn't lose you. Well, it appears to work. Oh, I got some more. Since I'm doing this, I might as well turn the camera on. There we go. Check this out. I got to turn on. It's all lit up. See, I got my shop light off. Look at this, man. I got all these bags out here. They're all going Tuesday. But yep, I got them ready to roll, man. I'm going to get my website rolling here. Okay, I added some more stickers. I took the ones that I liked that you sent to Stacy. That one, I added that one. Most of these are from you, I think. I asked him for Rob for some stickers for my giveaway. He said, okay, I'll send you some out. He sends me one sticker. I'm like, come on, man. He ain't got that good of a memory. So today, Jim gave me that one. I put that one on. And then these are from you. I didn't have one from Bees. And I'm like, I'll be darned, there's only one here. I'm keeping it. So I'm going to put them all the way around the glass, because you can still see inside. See, when you're looking down, you can see the knives. I'm going to add another glass shelf in here because I got the rails. I could put as many shelves in there as I want. So, and I got enough knives to fill it. I got to clean it though, man. I got bean bugs and everything else in there. Let me go back to my computer. I can't see the chat out of my IM cam when I'm walking around with the phone. So let's check the range. So I did okay, huh? I didn't lose you guys when I went in the shop. I'm back at the PC now looking. There I am. So yeah, I mean, I forgot to show you the rest. Hold on, I can't look at the chat log with this IM cam going. So, but yeah, I got the Deep South cutlery on both sides. And then I just got a weird ball sticker here, and then ones I put here, Jedi Jim, Essie. I got to get rid of these two. It's a shame I got it next to this guy. Hogue knives, Silver Stag. That's one of the oldest fixed blades right there. Silver Stag that I bought. That came with it. I bought that knife 20 years ago. That's how old that sticker is. I finally pulled it out of the box and put it up. So yeah, I got a nice little collection going here. You got your little one there. I have to put your big one there now. Yep. Let me see up here. And I got my sticker wall up here, see. I'm trying to look at the chat log. Looked real good. That's nice. Nope. He forgot. What did I forget, Stacy? Yeah, he forgot. Yeah, Rob forgot. He sent me one sticker. He didn't, I told him for my 3K giveaway. All right, 3K, he says, you think he'd remember. He just don't write nothing down. That's all. And I figured out the same thing too. So I got all kinds of different stickers on here. This is a magnet when I was doing my woodworking shop. That's my design the Celtic woodwright. There's my dad and his sister and brother. He passed away a few years ago. My old Uncle Bill. And I did a benefit for the cops, and they gave me these magnets. But I got some oddballs all over here. Dark Water, and Montana Knife Company, and me. And here's where I get a lot of my leather goods online. So, Wounded Warriors Project. I do that every year. We have a wild game benefit for the Wounded Warriors, and all the money that goes to them that we make. We have like over 500 door prizes, man. You buy tickets and shit. You put them in a quart jug in front of each prize, and then we raffle them off. This thing, I'm getting a new stand, man. This thing is killing me. All right, let me put this phone up so I can talk to you guys. Man, I hate this thing. Hold on, guys. These jaws don't want to stay in place, and I gotta finagle them. I got a mobile cam coming. That's gonna be nice. That wore me out. Perfectly looked real good. Yeah. So, what do we got? Just two people in here now? Here's one feature I like. I click on this over here, and it puts a window up top. I can see 15 views, 6 current viewers, and only 2 of you's in here talking, huh? Oh, boy. So, yeah, I'm going to check out this pirate ship tomorrow. Yeah. So I'll get everything really nice and set up nice here in the next month. Everything will be back. Everything will be the way I want it. Make it a lot easier. I'm over here rolling a cigarette now, if you don't mind. I'm just in no hurry to go to bed. I won't be long for bed. Yeah, I hear you. I'm surprised Jim's still up, man, with all he had to do today. Jim was hustling today at the knife auction. Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, another thing. So I got paid for July from, I got, let me see, June. I got just before June. I got monetized. So then I got paid my first check. It was over $100. See, and Google won't pay you for that month if it's not $100+ they pay in $100+. I don't know why. So the first month when I got paid in June, I got paid $117 after they took their cut. So I had like $160 some dollars. They got 30%, of course. And so they pay me in July on the 1st for June. And then August, I didn't make enough. And I didn't know it, but it rolled over. And I messaged them, and they said, or I didn't message them. I was looking, in studio, and it says they only pay in $100 increments. So, if it's 100, if I got 120 coming, the whole 120 comes. But it's got to be over $100 for them to pay me. So for July, I only had 107. No, for July I had 117. No, I had 70. So 75. So it rolled over to July. Well, in July, by the end of July, trying to think, there's 2 months. The month before it rolled over because I didn't have enough. So in August, I got an email from him saying, "Congratulations, your money's coming. It'll be deposited by the 1st." Okay, cool. So I'm looking at my checking account and nothing's coming. 1st is here, nothing's come. The 4th now, nothing's come. So I texted him on my Google page. I went to Google and texted him. So now all of a sudden, I get an email back saying, "Congratulations, you got $239 coming before taxes. So they're going to tax me, and I'll probably get like $225." So I didn't get paid on the 1st, like they said. If they would have paid me on the 1st, I could have shipped everything out. So now they sent me a text saying, "Congratulations, you now have $239 before taxes coming, and it'll arrive on or after the 20th, between the 20th and 26th." That's another 2.5 weeks away. So, this money that I'm getting from y'all, to help me with my shipping and all that shit, they didn't pay me when they were supposed to on the 1st. So now I got to wait to possibly the 22nd to get paid for them. So thank God I got some money coming in, getting deposited out of my retirement into my account. Man, on Tuesday. So Tuesday I get everybody out. So I'll probably spend like $200 for 20 packages. So hell, the chat's not moving. You guys must be just listening to me or something, huh? Jim fell asleep again. Did you fall asleep again, Jim? You get you some of that Bolster Blend coffee, brother. I know, and I told Preacher Man and Seth that, yeah, I'll get a hold of you on the 1st because I figured I'd be getting, that extra money from Google. I was going to buy some coffee off of them and maybe pick up a knife from them. Yeah. I almost went upstairs and made a cup, but I was like, if I'm going to drink caffeine, I might as well make it easy and grab me another one of these. This is like my 3rd one today, or yesterday and now. But these things go a lot faster than a full mug of coffee. If I drink a full mug of coffee, I'll probably keep you guys up till 5 in the morning. Hey, there's Todd. What's up, brother? Yeah, I decided to go live because I got everything done now for outside work in my shop. I got that fellow's jacket done. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Don't ever say you'll sew up a jacket for somebody, a blue jean jacket, because it's got the double stitching on it. You got to do the single stitching to put the pieces together, and then you got to fold it over and do the double stitching. You ever see the blue jean jacket? It's got the double yellow stitching. Oh my God. And to do the seam in the middle of the arm all the way up, you got to tuck this damn arm in as you're sewing, man. I had to quit several times because I just got frustrated. So I just leave it in the machine and quit, and then come back the following morning and start on it again. That way I don't get pissy with my machine and make zigzag stitches. So it turned out really nice. So Stacy says, I'm fading, nodding. I'm out of. Y'all take care. See you soon. All right, Stacy. Like I said, 10 p.m. tonight, I'll have a little bonfire for y'all. I might put a new target up in the backyard, sharpen my throwing knife so I can actually make them stick. I throw them so much, they're just dull as shit. So have a good night. Thank you. So, anyways, Todd, yeah, you just roll out of bed and excited to check out what's going on YouTube, huh? So when you guys see me live, what are you stumbling through the live section on the YouTube homepage or what? I just want to know how people find me. Usually the YouTube homepage, right? I see this one guy that I belong to. I got 16 views. Chat rate 1. Current viewers 6. 6 people watching. There's liquors. We can't call these liquors any names, you know what I mean? Because they'll come in and say, "Oh, you talking about me?" I'm just kidding. Yeah, I passed out around an hour ago and just woke up. When I go to my subscription page, it was there. Right. Yeah. So I'm in the algorithm for you, and you're in the algorithm for me. So when I go to my homepage, anything you posted pops up. But yeah, the live pops up as notification on my phone is yeah. If you, most of you probably do get notified on the phone whenever I go live. That's called reaching out and touching somebody, right? Gotta love technology. I'm just trying to figure out how it all works all the time, because I'm not a young whippersnapper like most of these. A lot of this YouTube and stuff's new to me. I mean, I've only been doing it 15 months, ST? What's ST, Jim? So what'd you pick up today at Deep South, Jim? I'm sure you got at least one knife. ATT? What's ATT? I don't know these acronyms, man. You guys are popping these acronyms out. Expect me to know what they mean. I'm really bad at acronyms. Oh. Bear Ops Auto. Oh, yeah? We're going to see that tomorrow, I hope. I never seen a Bear Ops Auto. Is it out the front? Or no, it's not. That'd be an OTF. It's actually an auto like a Kershaw. Yeah. Another new rule is going to shock the folks when I go live in my next giveaway. ATT? Oh, AT&T. We have AT&T here. I just see ATT. I don't see AT&T. I got you though. Look at I had these long. These things are over 20 years old. Reach out and touch someone. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Right. That's their old logo. Reach out and touch someone. Yeah. You sure it ain't reach out and punch someone? I bought these 20 years ago before I had glasses. And it sucks because I can't wear them anymore. So I just keep them. I just kept. Now I can't read a damn thing on the chat log. Oof. Let's see what they look like. Put my glasses on. You see the yin and yang on them? They got a yin and yang on them. They really stand out. when you're outside. Yeah, you can send me a picture of that new knife. Send it to Instagram because I can go there on the computer. Instagram, brother. I just learned tonight how to do everything to reels on Instagram. I never knew how to do that, so I watched the video tonight on YouTube showing me how to do it. So I'm an expert at doing reels now on Instagram. And you know what, Jim? Them reels are set up just like CapCut, especially the advanced feature in the reels. Let me see here. Instagram, Big Jim, boom. Okay. Hold on, he says. So what's your plans for today, Todd? Yeah, we got AT&T here. I think they're Midwest and East Coast. I'm not sure if they're out west. They probably are out west. They're a big one. And that's who I just switched to, my carrier. I had Verizon for like 20 years. And that's another story today. That damn Z phone I had, remember after a month of having it, the screen cracked in the middle. So I had to spend $100 for a deductible to get a new phone. It's a $1,600 phone. So they sent me an email saying that they're going to charge my account because I had the direct pay from my bank account to pay my bill when I was with Verizon. So Verizon sent me an email that they're going to charge me $2,000. Well, they gave my wife her phone free if she handed her phone in. She had $1,000 phone before she handed it in. Oh, some Indian inveigle that talking to on the phone, right? Says no, that's not our policy. When you trade in the phones, it's we give you that $1,000 off on towards the phone that you get. I'm like, well, then you know what? Give me my phone back. Okay, if you want $1,000 more, give me that phone back, and I'll be happy to give you $1,000. She was getting pissy with me, so I says, "Oh, you go fishing today in the creek in Bangladesh, will you? And leave me alone. I'll have my attorneys handle this." And I just hung up on her. So then I went to my bank and I reported my wallet lost. So now my number's no longer in the system. I got a new debit card number coming. They can't get me now. Took some extra time off to stay with my mom this week. Oh, that's cool. And you got to spend time with your folks, man. They're not going to be here forever. And especially my mom, I'm spending a lot of time with her because I know she'll probably be gone by Christmas. I mean, she's hooked on these opioids now. She's just going to have congestive heart failure and die. And I've seen it happen with my mother-in-law. It's no good. They don't want to listen to me. They want to listen to the doctors and take all the drugs they tell them to take, whatever. What's going on, Cliff? There's another one that never sleeps, Cliff. No, he just got a different time period than us, that's all. When I used to travel through the USA, I'd get a cheap phone and get unlimited talk, text, data, $50 a month. Use my phone from Canada, $10 a day. Yeah, I mean, option was AT&T. And you know what? I'm saving $100 a month with AT&T. Verizon just kept raising my bill, man. I've been with them almost 20 years. The lady on the phone today says I've only been there for 4 years. I'm like, you're high. Video can only be replayed once. Use the mobile app to view. What? No, I want to watch it here. I don't want to watch on the mobile app. Come on. I'm going to have to go look real quick, Jim. Yeah, I'm going to. Hold on, I'm going to put you on pause a second here. I got to look at the knife Jim got today. Hold on, be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go to Instagram now on my phone. Hold on. That's a pretty sweet one. I didn't know they made a modern folder like that, Jim. Turn camera around. Turn my camera around. Okay. Now what? Crazy. Why did you want me to turn my camera on? Do you Coldplay on PC? Found it in an old box. Oh wow. Do you could play on PC? What are you talking about? You got me thrown for a loop there. Do you could play on PC? Huh? If you played it on PC, I wanted to chat to see. Oh, I can't play it on my PC. It won't let me. It says must use mobile app to see video. It can only be played once. Must use mobile app. Now, let me see. Is there? You could send it to me to Kodiak Edge 402 at gmail.com. I can bring that up. Yeah, I can go to my emails right now. Right now, I'm there right now in my email. So if you want to send it to my email, then I can show it. And that was in a video you made already. Did you post it, or are you getting ready to? Oh, Todd's hitting the sack. All right, man. Go get some sleep. We'll see you tonight. I'm going to sleep in today. I might get up till 2 o'clock. Man, I love this knife. I don't know why I love this knife. I just love it. Maybe because I like the Essie Zulus. I'm going to make one. Just for myself. I told Knives Our Life to email you for his win. But I got no response. He's too pissed at me. I lost a friend. What are you talking about, Cliff? Oh, that one guy that won the 4th package. Knives Our Life. Number 4. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's problem is. Now, did he come from another page? Somebody tell him to come over to the page? And if so, I think he got what he deserves anyway. You know, and that's going to change. That's going to change because if the chat log says they haven't been here or in the chat log at all, and people are telling me that he has, well, them people are going to get timed out. So I'm not messing around. I don't want people to. I make the shit. I pay for it. It's not given to me by sponsors. So I'm not giving somebody I don't know something that hasn't been in the chat log for 30 minutes and hasn't been here a couple times. You know what I mean? They got to earn the honor to win from me like all of you have. So I don't want this GAW trolls from other pages coming over, and they might be buddies. I don't care if they're buddies or not. You know, if they don't want to abide by the rules, then see you later. Bye. He's a regular in the knife community, but he's not a regular on my page. He's got to be a regular on my page. I don't care if he's a regular on 50 knife channels. He's not a regular on my page. He's got to be here twice. Now, technically, I can disqualify that custom bench made and redraw it again for somebody else. You know, he did gift it to Paul, so I'm like, no problem. You know, we'll let Paul have it. Okay. But I'm not going to be doing this anymore. I'm going to have a card made up. Here's the rules. You know, 30 minutes before the drawing in the chat, your second time here. Okay. None of this come in and win shit. Nope, it's not going to happen anymore. And if somebody says he's been here before and it's a lie, well, that person's going to get timed out. So I'm not playing any games with anybody anymore. So, and that will be on a rule card on the 1st of October when I go live to give away again. I'm still taking a whole month off. Everybody's going out on Tuesday. Everything will be gone Tuesday. And I'll have these 4 or 5 things I got on the table over there that is going to people. You know, they'll all be gone. And I'm going to have these 18 knives on my website. I'm going to have I got shirts and hats coming in. It's all a whole month of working on my website. And I got to get products on my website because YouTube's jacking me around. They still owe me $239 that they said it was on its way the 1st and it never showed up. And now I emailed them about it and they sent me another email back. Congratulations, your $239 before taxes is on its way. Okay. Well, it should have been here the fucking 1st so I could send these people up. Well, it's not. So now I got to pay out of my pocket, send the fucking shit off, and then wait until the 26th of this month now, September, before I get my second check in 4 months from them. It's like, and I emailed them and I was pissy about it when I did. You get your shit straight. Send me my money, man. You know, I can see the 1 month rolled over on me because they only pay out on $100. If you make less than 100, and I did one the second month, I made less than $100, so I didn't get nothing in July, but I should have had a check in August. Didn't get it, and now I'm getting a double check the 26th of September. You know what I mean? It's like that ain't me doing it. That's fucking them doing it, and that's why I want to have links set up. If somebody wants to donate money for me for shipping, which is great, send it in either 3 apps I have: Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Everybody's got one of the 3. You know what I mean? Don't send it to fucking Google so they get 30% of it. I don't want to give them shit when it comes to, getting donations from people. Don't give it to me in a super sticker or super chat. I'll email the links. I'll have it in my description in my channel. You all get it there. Send the cash for helping me out, mailing shit out, and that's fine. I mean, I don't really want nothing. I mean, I want Google to pay for this shit. That's why I'm doing more of it now. You know what I mean? Because they're supposed to be paying me so I can send it out. And that's why I want to send it out once a month, because that's when they pay me. That's when I'll send it out. A lot of people win in 4 giveaways in a month. A lot of people are winning 2 or 3 times. It's like Brown Sugar. She's got 5 things in her box. So why send 5 individuals when I can send them just one with everything from the month? I get paid on a month. My winners are going to get paid on a month. That's the way I look at it, because it's coming out of my pocket and it's free once a month. The shit will come out on the 1st every month, and I got to get fucking YouTube or Google to send me the money promptly. I can't wait on it another extra 26 days to get the money. It's bullshit. So, it sucks, but, sooner or later, I'll get up there in the money and then they'll start getting their shit straight, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they got 2.8 million fucking YouTubers they got to pay every month. Who knows? So I'm a little guy. I get lost in the fucking paperwork. But they didn't send me another text saying I had money coming until I fucking forced them to. It's jogging my mind, man. Yeah, they're supposed to be the biggest fucking media outlet network in the world. Act like it. I gotta make another cigarette. So tonight, for the first time, I went live. Big Jim, no subject. Here we go. Here's the picture. It's a video. Okay. Where is the volume? It must be still loading. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll show you guys. Whoever's lurking. Here we go. So, let me see here. You see that, guys? Oh, I see what you did, Jim. You didn't say anything yet. You're probably gonna voice it over when you're gonna send it in the morning, right? When you post it. No sleep for me, Barbara. How's it going? Yeah, They're doing some good stuff, ain't they, Jim? Oh, that's a Baron son. Yeah, I see that again. That's pretty sweet. The ergos on it look really nice. That pocket clip don't like it. Look like it doesn't even bother you when it's in your hand. It's just for you, G-Man. That nice for me? 14C 28N. Cool. Yeah. Oh, no, the video. I was going to say. Well, make it a short tomorrow, buddy. That's all you got to do is voice over it. Right? You can make a quick one. I thought he was giving me the knife. I was like, damn, man. No, I don't really want folders. I want the traditionals from Baron Son when I get them. But I got to get me a Baron Son Barlow. I don't have one yet, and I'm going to get one. So, pretty cool, Jim. I like it. It reminds me of that Blur. Oh, there we go. So, just sitting there playing around, and I really like this knife. I think I'm going to buy 3 more Swiss Techs. When I buy them, I'm going to buy 3 at a time because it's like buying, buying 3 of these is like buying 1 cold steel. I can afford it. 3 different knives at a time from Swiss Tech. I want to get them all. They only got like 25 models out, but I want to get their Barlow. It will be in a pocket dump. Okay, I got you. Get Yellow Sheep's Foot, 1095 Barlow from Atlantic Knives, $44. Nice. And don't go broke buying all these knives, Jim. Ain't nobody got to keep up with the Joneses. Let me see what emails I got. Jeff Jackson. Okay. Sending them back home. Can I have a few pictures here, please? Okay, yeah. This guy's got a Rough Rider Lockhorn double lockback in near mint condition. I'm going to trade with Jim. I said, can I have pictures, please? Here? He said, yes, as soon as I get home. All right. I have an Ohio River Jack coming. My first slip joint ever. I'm excited. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Ohio River Jack. Who is it? Rosecraft names all their knives after rivers, right? Jack Wolf does. Yeah, Jack Wolf. Yeah, that's the entry level Barlow too, ain't it? No, jackknife. It's Jack Wolf. You didn't go out and buy one of them expensive Jack Wolfs, did you? Don't waste your money. They're made in the same factory as the entry level Jack Wolfs are for $25. Bodies of water in Tennessee for rose crab. Right. That's what I thought. I don't know if it's a gift from Paul. Oh, I got you. That's cool. So if it's Jack Wolf, he probably paid $275 or $325 for it. If it's a Jack Wolf and not a Barlow, if it's, I think they only got the Barlow entries now for $25, right, Jim? They don't have the expensive ones. But the ones that they charge $325 for are made in the same factory that the ones that are made for $25, the entry level ones. And if you look at them side by side, you know, other than powder steel is the only difference between them. They're made exactly with the same tolerances, same fucking, you know, features and same everything. So you're telling me they can make an entry level knife for $25 and they can spend another $10 in material to make a $325 knife and charge $325 for it instead of $50 or $100. See what I'm saying? Them powder metal steels don't cost them companies $100, $200 more to make the knives out of it. It just don't. Them companies get that shit in bulk rates. Like here's an example. Benchmade makes 7 bug outs off of one blank of steel. They get these rectangles about yay big, and they can punch with a 200-ton press. They punch out 7 blades out of each sheet. Comes in, punch. Another one comes in, punch. And since they buy 1,000 in a bunch, they get the one sheet that'll do 7 blades in MagnaCut that they punch out. Them are actually probably CNC cut because you can't punch that hard steel. I don't think 200-ton press might do it, but regardless, 7 blades out of one sheet. It literally costs Benchmade $27 to buy that one sheet of MagnaCut. So, do they raise the knife from an Estes or from a Civivi point of $100 to $225? Is it worth $125 more for the knife, and it only costs them $12 more per blade? What's 69 green dollars? It's always nice to get a gift from somebody. I had one person give me a gift for my 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, I'm gonna have a rule on that card too. There won't be no more. I don't know. I don't want to say it because it'll probably make people mad, but no more lying. When people lie, they're gonna get timed out, and I don't care who they are. So the lying is gonna be done. These people are gonna earn the right to win my prizes that I make and give away, or they can just stay away. All right, they got to be here for a second giveaway before they're eligible, and they got to be in the chat for 30 minutes before the giveaway. I don't want these people that I don't even know coming into my page wanting to get my shit for free. And most of them don't show up until you put a modern knife out there. So I just won't give away modern knives anymore. I'd rather give away a 125th anniversary, $150 traditional folding knife that's better made than a bug out. So, I mean, if I was getting things free from sponsors, and one day I probably will, I'll probably shoot after them, but it's going to be traditional sponsors. I'm not gonna give away modern knives because I'm more of a traditionalist. I might contact a couple of modern companies, like the ones I really like Cold Steel and SOG, and even Buck, but with Buck, I'd have to be in the 100,000 range in order to get something free from them. But SOG and 5,000-10,000 subs, SOG and Cold Steel will give me something. No, it's not. Not 5 minutes before the giveaway. 30 minutes. Say hi, and then 5-10 more minutes, say hi again, and converse with people. I'm setting this up for you guys, not all these outsiders. The best thing any mod can do, or anybody that's a true supporter of my channel can do, that's a member or a subscriber, is to recruit people in from the outside during the week. Not in the last 5 minutes before a giveaway, because that's just a dead giveaway right there. You know what I mean? We got to understand these rules. I'm not going to bend on them, and I will show. I'm having a big card that'll take up the whole screen, made at the library tomorrow. It's going to have all the rules on it. As soon as I start the live, 5 minutes before the giveaway, and then everybody will see the rules. And if anybody's confused, I'll put the card back up, the whole screen. Yeah, they'll show up, but they won't get nothing. They can show up all they want. And if somebody lies about them being here before, the chat log says it all. I can see exactly who has been in my live streams and how much. So there's no lying about it. Just tell them, come on in, become a member, man. There's more perks and there's better things. And, there's more chances, and, just get in there and get to know everybody. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do. So, like I said, if everything I gave away, like a lot of these big channels, is free, they don't pay for it, then I don't give a shit, because it's not coming out of my pocket. What's coming out of my pocket right now, since Google's not paying me right, is shipping it out and buying the material. Well, that's going to change on the payouts as soon as Google gets their shit straight with me, because I've been hounding them on the emails, or the private chats. I've been hounding them on it, so they finally sent me one today. Your money's coming by the 26th, between the 20th and 26th. You sent me one fucking on the 28th of the last month. You said it'd be here deposited by the 1st, and it wasn't. So now I got to tell my fucking supporters and members and subscribers, hey, I got to wait till they send me my money now, because I ain't got no fucking money. Because when I get my retirement check, it pays my bills, and I got $50 left over after I get a couple hundred in groceries. So what do? Don't get any groceries and send $200 worth of boxes out, or wait till I either get paid or get some extra cash on me. So, like I said, I got my supplemental retirement annuity coming on Tuesday. Everything's going out Tuesday, and it's coming out of my pocket. So when YouTube does pay me finally, or Google, that's going into my new account that I have set up just for my Kodiak Edge. And when I get my annuity money, I'm going to throw $1,000 in it, so I have future mailing money, so I don't have to wait on Google. If they take an extra month, then I still have money in the account. And when they do pay me, I can put it right back into the account, separate from my regular account. So I finally got all that set up. Like I said, this is, and my wife, she just gets on my ass. She says, no, wait till they fucking pay you before you send that shit out, man. It ain't coming out of our pocket. And like I said, it's coming out of my pocket to make the shit. So I'm just not going to give it away to anybody. You got to pay your dues here. That's the way I look at it. And now when I get on a regular routine of sending things out once a month, then that's what it will be, once a month. And then on the first, everything out. Every month. On the first, everything out. On the first, everything out. I got a couple guys emailed me, said, you told me last Sunday Funday that you're shipping it out to me. I said, dude, you're getting the fucking shit free. Shut the fuck up, man. When I get the shit out to you, I'll get it out. It's in the boxes. It's getting ready to go. And when it goes, it goes. It's like they paid for it. If they paid for it, I would have got paid for shipping and everything else too. It would have been gone already. No, I'm sending it to you on Tuesday. Everybody's fucking gone, man. Everybody's gone. And then I'm going to have everybody that emailed me, in my new, Kodiak Edge Bladesmithing 402. Just stop in and give me an email. Say hi. If you haven't emailed me yet for anything on my new Gmail, email me. Then that way I can just go to my email and give everybody a tracking number on Tuesday when I get it all out. And I will put 20 different fucking emails in my Gmail and let everybody know it's on the way. You all can take a break and go, whew, it's on the way. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I mean, if I was working, and I wasn't retired yet and I was working, I'd be making $3,400 a week. I go from $3,400 a week to $3,400 a month. So retirement ain't all it's cut out to be. And that's why I do 3 different fucking jobs. I do side jobs, this and that. And unfortunately, I spend my side job money as I get it, as fast as I fucking get it. Because the only spending money I got is when I do side jobs. So yeah, we're all living check to fucking check one way or another. But yeah, I'm not sweating it. I want to get on a regular routine for guys. So guys don't have to be fucking asking me, when's it coming? Well, you all know now it's coming on the 1st every month. So when I get my annuity Tuesday, I put that money in my account. So the following months now I can always have it out on the 1st. Always. I don't, if Google's going to jack me around for a month or two, then at least I'll have that money in there. And then, like I said, when they pay me finally, then I'll put it back in the account. So I'm not really losing anything. It's just I'm able to stop that delay by having that extra 1,000 in the account. I mean, it can get overwhelming to somebody that's any of you all if you start a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to do well to you all. I want to have you all get something really nice from me, and keep this going. And it'll get going in a routine, like I said. It's like the 4th month now. Unfortunately, Google's jacked me around for 2 months now. Once that all gets straightened out and everything, and like I said, the money's in the account now as of Tuesday, I can always have it out now from now on the 1st. So everything will start going smooth. So when people come to my giveaways and I make something, rest assured, if it's on the 10th, it ain't going to go out until the 1st. All winnings, I'm going to put that on the card too. All winnings are going to be mailed out on the 1st of each month. Because like I said, Brown Sugar won 5 things. She got 5 things in that box. 5 things in a month. Now, if I mail them out individually, I got to pay for 5 different shippings. So, now when my channel grows, people ain't going to be susceptible to winning 3, 4, 5 things in a month. They're going to be lucky to get one thing. When there's 200 people in the chat and it's just going fast, and you're all regulars and you're in the chat and you just play by the rules, then I got to get this shit out right away. But like I said, I want to go away around Google. I want to have the fucking 3 Cash Apps posted. I want you all to know. I want you all to write down. I'm going to post it in the chat. Here's the names for all 3 of my Cash Apps. Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Write them down. I'll send it to all of you in an email. Okay? So you all have it. So if you want to send a donation for shipping, boom, it's right in my checking account. I can mail that shit out fucking tomorrow. If people don't want to wait for the first, send me the shipping, which is usually for a medium to small item, $9-10. If it's a big box with 5 items in it, then you're talking $14-15. If anything left over is going into that new checking account I got for just Kodiak Edge, not me and my wife's person. That'll stay in there. Then I can buy more materials and get more shit up as it adds up. And then I'm going to start having perks for members. Like when I get my Backwoods leather stickers in and I get my Kodiak, they're in now. I just got to go pick them up. So I called them up today and I said, I'll be in the first or the second to get them. Or that's the first stuck on my mind. On Tuesday to get them. When I get paid, I'm going to go get them. And the guy's got my shirts, my hats and hoodies designed, and he's ready to go. So when I get paid Tuesday, I'm going to pay him for them. Them are going to be coming. So there's going to be a sticker pack for each member at each level coming to them in the mail. And then I'm going to have like a t-shirt and, for one level, and a hat for another level, and a hoodie for another level. You know what I mean? So it pays to have the highest level of membership more in perks. So, and I got plans for like 7 different perks, like private one-on-one video. I got a list of all the 7 different things I want to do, which is cool, which is recommended by these instructors with YouTube. Different ideas for perks for members. Offer different things for them, like, member only live videos and stuff like that once a month. How much will your coins be? I like a set. My coins, the first guy I contacted, I don't know why I tried to go with him right away. 2-inch coin. Now, most of them, the ones I got in my pocket, these are 1.75 inches. And I got 2 inches. This is the one everybody usually gets, the 1.75. So I was thinking it wouldn't be that much more expensive to get the 2-inch, a little bit bigger than this. So it'd be like, like that. So I went with this guy. I didn't pay him anything. I just free consultation, free design. That's some pictures that I showed you of what my coin's going to look like. They sell in bulk, they said. So 200 for $1,000 or 50 for $525. And I messaged him back. I says, if you give me 100 for 500, then I'll buy them. I don't want 50. If you can't do 100, then no go. So I guess it's no go. So you know what? A friend of mine told me about this one. Just go down to 1.75 and I can get 200 of them for fucking like $350. So I'm going to contact them tomorrow or the next day and have them. And then I'll give some of them for perks away to members. And then I'll have them for sale on my website with everything else. I'm gonna make them side trays, for your table that Derek won from me. I'm gonna make them. I'll have a half a dozen of them on my website. Like I'll have Spyderco on one. I'll have Case and Buck and Charade. And then the more I make them, I want to buy stamps. The big stamp. And I'll put it in my 20-ton press. Just press it into leather. Then I don't have to fucking carve anything. But these brass stamps that are 6 by 3.5 inches, they're like $200. They're not cheap. Like this one I got here. Come on, man. This little Infinity 8 that I got stamped, $50. This one was done by a computer printer. It was $25. It's the cheapest one you can get, but they're strong as shit and they work really well. This one, my regular logo, was $75. No, this is a smiley, my buddy's business. It's called Dreamy, the Dreamy logo. That was $75. It was $75 for my backwards leather one that I stamp on my leather goods. This one here is $125, and it's 3.5 by 2.75. $125. So the one I want for these trays is going to be a little over twice as wide as this, going that way, and double going up. So it'll be a $250 stamp. But if I start selling them, I'm going to start hand carving them first. And if I sell them, if people really want them and they sell, then I'll take, I'll sell 4 of them, and then I'll make enough to buy one of the stamps for, say, $1. And then I'll start stamping the bucks, and them all sell. Then I'll buy another 4 of them sell. Then I'll buy a stamp. See what I mean? Let the business work for itself until where I got all the stamps, and all of a sudden now, hey, I don't have to buy stamps anymore. I'm making profits off these trays. Yeah, they are. They are. I've been buying them for several years. I mean, I got lots of them. This is just a few I'm showing you. And one of these days I'll buy a CNC and cut my own out. Who knows? Probably not. I'll probably just buy the stamps, because you know what? You only got so much time when you're doing this shit. You try to crunch everything in as efficient as you can, as cost effective as you can. If I was a millionaire, or if I was working and I made $150,000 a year, then I go out and buy everything I need. But when you're retired, it's a big difference. And, even those on Social Security understand what I'm saying. You're on a fixed income. What'd Jim do? Fall asleep? Jim. Jim, how much are your coins to buy? Oh, does Jim have a coin too? Yeah, I like to collect a coin from, like Barlow Brigade and mine and other knife companies, if they got coins made for their, just to collect them. Kind of like the stickers, you know what I mean? He probably went to get some more coffee. He'll wander off with that stroller and do something, and it'll take him half an hour to come back to the computer. He's probably out looking for Milo. All these lottery channels have them there. Must be a lot of people making them shop around. Yeah, there is a lot of people, and I found that out. Hey, if they sell 200 on TV for $50, I'm there, man. Man, what happened to my other? Oh, there it is. I haven't felt this necklace in a while. I don't even know I got it on. I got my little knife. My knife necklace. Necklaces are the only thing I can wear and fall asleep, not bother me. But when I go to bed, I got to take all the rings off my hands. It bugged the shit out of me. Yeah, Jim probably hit it. He's probably passed out. He had a long day yesterday. Deep South Cutlery. They had him running for knives. Put shit away. Oh, yeah. Oh, fudge. Yeah, I mean, I got a few of my knives that I made for myself here. I haven't touched them in 2 months. I've just been being busy doing all these giveaways and stuff. It's like, man, I got to have a month off. I got to get my website rolling. This is my 3rd month I paid for the website, and I still ain't got no inventory on it. I got one picture of a knife that I made. That's it. And then I got to contact Shopify and get it straight, get my shopping cart straight with them. So when people want to buy something, they can actually purchase it. Who's here, Victor? Need to sleep to hit the gym. Who's that? You, Vic? Oh, yeah. I've got 3 knives coming out on my website. There will be a half a dozen of each of the 3 knives on my website. I've got my pocket drop, the Sow Buster, that you can build up. Start with the skeletal and work your way up. Buy more scales for it. They're interchangeable. Advanced features on the sheath, advanced colors. Start out with the basic and work your way up. People can add to my knives and make them the way they want them. And then the same thing with my bottle opener knife that I made. So here's the Sow Buster. You all seen, and it comes with a ulti clip on it. I took it off of this one. But see, I got half a dozen of them cut out. They're going to go up right away on my website. And now they got a different hole system on it. So they're skeletal. And these 2 holes are the same, which you'll have interchangeable bolts, the same size as what's on this knife. And then this is the other knife that I'm offering. That'll have interchangeable scales, G10 liners, whatever you want. You can build the knife up the way you want it. And, it's got a bottle opener on the bottom. Swedge all the way across the top. With this model here, half a dozen of them on my site, half a dozen of these, and a half a dozen of these for the outdoorsman, for the big game skinner. You know what I mean? Small game, big game. That the Schrade sharp finger has always been used for caping out animals and skinning animals. Whether it's large or small. But these won't come with interchangeable. These will only have brass pinned on or and there will be options on my page what handle material you can get. But these 2 knives, you can start out from the basics, skeletal up to scales, and then the extra sets of scales, if you want, will be like $47.50 a piece. And I'll offer probably like 4 or 5 different scales for it. how is your heat treatment? As good as anybody else when they do 1095, 1084. Does that answer you? But usually I get my knives to about 56, 57 Rockwell. Sometimes I've had a couple turn out 58, 59, but not too often. 1084, I've gotten up to 59 on 1084, but you don't want that with high carbon steel. You want to be between that 55 and 59. Anywhere in between 55, 59 is perfect for the toughness. Once you get to that 59 and higher, you're going to chip out your blades because it's too brittle. You're not going to heat treat it properly, good enough to get it to where it's that right consistency heat treat. If you want anything over 58, go get S30V. Go get Nitro V. Go get D2 if it's heat treated right. None of my knives. When it tastes right, you know it's heat treated right. Yeah, you go ahead and gnaw on them and let me know, would you? But no. Most of your game processing knives from old school has always been high carbon steel. It's quick to sharpen and it gets fucking razor hair popping sharp. Just keep it stroked and you'll do a few dressings with it. I kind of miss your little pun tails, Victor, when you come in. Starting to sound like Pollywog now. He wasn't here the other day when I kicked him off my channel, did you? He's gone. I blocked him. I don't need a manic depressive coming on my channel and saying stupid shit. I was. What was you, Cliff? You was a manic depressant? Playing with your hair and smoking cigarettes like a fiend and looking up in space the whole time while you're live? He's only had like one or two people in his life. Whenever he would pop up on my screen, like, oh, let me see what this act's about. He'll give me a spotlight. What about Choir Boys? I never been there before. How would Choir Boy benefit me? I don't even know who he is. Cutlery Outdoors is the channel. He'll give you a spotlight. I had somebody contact me about teaming up with him for Shopify or what's that one? No, not Shopify. The one app where they're selling knives on all the time. Whatnot. I'm like, no, I'm not interested because I got a website and it's going through my YouTube channel. I'm selling my own products. I don't have enough time to team up with somebody and sell a bunch of shit on. I don't have a bunch of knives that I want to sell on Whatnot. Yeah, what? Mostly moderns, right? I'm kind of like going away from the modern world. Where is he at in subscribers? Like 100,000 or 999,000? Because some of these guys that are that big, they get everything given to them. And if you could do Whatnot, you may get attention. My friend sold a drawing for thousands the other day. Well, that's good. I'm not looking to sell a drawing, and I'm not looking to make thousands of dollars right away with my knives. I'm just, when something becomes a job, then it's not fun anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing this to get rich. You know, I've got investments coming, and I can cash out when I want. I don't have to make thousands of dollars. So it's like I'm happy where I'm at. When I was making fishing lures, it started turning into a job, and I'm like, I'm done with this. Like my wife said, you're a hell of a cook. You open a restaurant, man. Everybody in the 4 counties around you would be packed all the time. I'm like, why would I want to do that? Because cooking is my passion. The easiest way to destroy a passion is to turn it into a job. Well, I'll get to 134K on my own. I don't need his help, and I don't need to grow that fast. So I appreciate the offer, but I'm doing this for my subscribers, the ones that come in. You know what I mean? And it's growing. It's growing steady. I'm getting between 400 and 500 subscribers a month almost now. So, and the modern guys, I wouldn't want to advertise on their page anyway. Y'all are in there. You could say a word for me. You could advertise for me. Drop in a link and tell them, hey, Vin watches premiere in 30 minutes. Intense restoration of a rare 1970 Rolex Sea Dweller, 1965. No, 1665. Crazy transformation. Had to pop up one of the watch channels I belong to. They're going live here on a rare 1970 Rolex. Yeah, it's a good offer, Vic, but no, I'm not looking to grow fast. Grow at a steady pace. That's all that matters to me. And like I said, it's passion first. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is have my own website linked to my YouTube channel so you guys can all buy what I make. And that's what it's all about. What I make on my time, because I'm retired. I went away from work 5 years ago. I want to do my own thing. You didn't run Jim off. You didn't run him off at all. Jim does that all the time, Cliff. You know that. He gets fucking tired and he lays down. He was gone all day moving. Yeah, I know. Oh, so what time is it? 4:33. Yeah, it's getting late for us all. I just wanted to try this out. You know what? It's working out good. Because usually I'm using my IM camera app through my PC, but through the StreamYard. And I thought tonight I'd just give it a shot through my YouTube channel through my PC. And it's working perfect. Wasn't he sick too? Yeah, he is. Yep. He even said that in the beginning of the chat. Nope, never seen Tyrell Knife Works channels. What's that about? Is it a YouTube channel or what is it? I mean, I'll check it out. You give me the link. But I'm not going to search for it because every time I search for a YouTube channel, if you don't have the name exactly right, small letters, big letters, underscore, slash, whatever they fucking do, you can't find the channel. So that's why I say, give me a link and I'll go check it out. That's cool. Yeah, I'll check out his work. That's something I'll never do, those Damascus. I don't care for it. For what? You know, unless you're in the high end market where you're getting 5,000 a knife, it's a waste of time. I could sell a knife for the same as a Damascus knife in a tenth of the time it takes to pound the metal. Yeah, I don't want to learn Damascus. Nope, not interested. I just want to make knives and sell them, pretty much. Just like me, as well as awesome builds, huh? I can build anything I want. I set my mind to it. I can put its finest detail in it. One thing I want to do is I want to get one of them spin tables where it clamps in different directions on your knife. And I want to start carving floral patterns on bolsters. And I want to start doing tin work, you know, for tin inlays and tin caps on sheaths and stuff like that. Decorative tin work and metal work. And I want to learn that. So I'm going to make some crazy looking sheaths with leather and tin and do some crazy looking bolsters and some crazy looking inlays in handles. You know what I mean? Like I'll take a buck 110 and I'll cut a floral pattern into it, and then I'll sink tin into it on its edge into that pattern, tap it in, and then you buff it out. It's fucking looks beautiful. I'm gonna do some crazy shit with these knives here soon. As soon as they get caught up, so as soon as I get my webpage going, and I'm gonna quit doing fucking side work and all that, and I'm just gonna concentrate on making knives. That's all I want to do. Well, that's I'm not looking to make $1 million on a knife. I don't really care to sell knives for $1,000 a piece. You know, I could spend 6 months on a knife like some of them guys and sell it for 10 grand. You know what I mean? I mean, I could just go all out on a fucking buoy or whatever. I can do that shit. I don't care to. You know, and some of these guys, their prices are demanding what they're getting because they've been in the market making these knives for 15, 20 years. They just didn't start doing them. Daddy give me all the tools and I can make a $150,000 knife in a week. No, it doesn't happen that way. These guys are well established names and they're well established in the industry, and you know they got shit in the magazines I got up there. If I wanted to take the time to do that and do high quality craftsmanship, I would have to market it in a total different atmosphere where people are demanding them quality knives. Okay, well, yeah, see, he's well established. He's learned his shit. He's learned his trade, what he does. Now, if I had the tools he's got, I could do the same thing. But there's a learning curve with all them tools that I would have to learn first before I can be able to make what he's making. But I'll never pound, I'll never pound Damascus. I don't want to get like that. I don't want to, I just want to fill my website up, have a successful YouTube channel, and do what I like to do. Grow on my own pace. I got famous in the fishing industry. That was enough for me. Because the more you're known, the more bullshit you got to go through. Like I said, dealing with the public on a higher scale it's not fun. Unless you've done it, you don't realize how much sleep you lose, and for what? For everybody to know you? I can get everybody to know me in the knife community as a YouTuber. Right. That's just my opinion, Clip. That doesn't mean it's professional. It doesn't mean it's right. It just this is how I feel, what I want to do. I don't want to grow big. I just want I enjoy what I'm doing. I want to keep it that way. But I also want it to be successful, and and it's getting there. Because I've only been doing this 15 months. Some people don't get really successful in YouTube for 5-6 years, so it'll grow. I think I actually seen Kyle a couple times making some shit, but I don't have enough time to go, watch a bunch of knife makers on YouTube. I'd rather spend my time watching YouTubers showing me how to become a YouTuber. But the skill towards what I make and for making knives, I'm learning it on my own. I'm going at my own pace, and and I've made some really great shit. I got happy customers all around the country. But I want to get away from that. Oh, I'll make you this, make it, and then send it out, and then wait for another guy to come along and say, hey, I want this made. Okay, I'll make that for you. And then before you know, you got 2 or 3 guys you're making shit for at once. No, I don't want to do that. I want to fill my website up. You want my work? You can get it on my website. And that's just that much less I got to deal with. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with 5 different customers at one time. I make 100 knives that are on my website. They're there. Buy them. And I'll have options. Buy it. You know what I mean? You want to start out with a skeletal knife and work your way up. As you get more money, you can buy more stuff for the knife. It's available on the website. Yeah, that's cool, Vic. That's what you enjoy doing. I don't have time. And that's cool. He's taught several pro bladesmiths, but I don't need to be taught. I'm self-taught. I've always been self-taught because I'm not in a hurry to be taught. So, it doesn't cost me nothing to learn right here. And if you want him to teach you, it's not going to be cheap unless you're his best friend. I mean, I would like to get some custom handmade knives from the mans themselves in the big men in the industry, but do I want to take out a loan to buy one of them? Nah. Like I said, that's just me. That's not you guys or anybody else. And that's what I'm looking at doing, Cliff, too. Like I said, the copper inlaid and the handles and the bolster carvings. And I'm getting that machine that it's actually like a metal carving machine where you can carve the metal on the bolsters and carve the brass, the nickel silver, whatever I want. I can carve a gun, whatever I want to do. at my own time, my own pace. But I got future plans in making puukos for my website. I want to sell handmade, you know, finish puuko knives with the Scandinavian blades on them and stuff, and do all the fancy copper work to the sheaths. I'll show you what I mean. This is what I want to do. See this right here? That could be copper, that could be lead, that could be silver. This is all silver. And it's like an 1/8 inch, it's like an 1/8 inch wide. You know, they cut the grooves in for that. And then they use a brass hammer and they tap it in. And then they sand it down flush, and that's the final product. But then I want to learn that, and I want to learn how to carve all these copper pommels and stuff, and you know, see the metal tin work here. I want to learn all that. See that one there? I mean, it gets really extravagant. I'll show you a really cool one in here. Well, yeah, I know the copper inlays in the blades. Yeah, that's a forging process all on its own. I don't want to do that. And like I said, I don't care for Damascus, and I don't care for all these new innovative ways of doing copper forging inlays and blades. I don't care about it. I don't care. I'll never make a knife like that, and I'll never sell one like that. But it's pretty cool for the people that like to collect the stuff. You know what I mean? There's people that absolutely love it. You know, and I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what I want to do. I don't even want to learn. Let's see here. That's what I want to learn how to do. And then again, like I said, I want to learn how to, you know, I do custom buck 110s, you know. People send me their buck 110 and hey, you want a floral pattern on the bolsters front and back? Hey, you want a large mountain bass or a grizzly bear on your bolsters? I'll carve that into your bolster. You know what I mean? That's what I like. That's what I want to learn how to do. It is gorgeous. That work is gorgeous, and it's an art. It's a skill, but I can't learn everything. You know what I mean? I got to pick what I want to do and what I like to do. And I want to get this shit in my website. So I'm going to have probably one model of puukko knife that I'm going to specialize in and make it because I'm part finished myself. And I love the history of the puukko knife and everything about them. You know, and what you guys are talking about, that's a whole different world of bladesmithing. Something I'll never learn how to do. Like one day I'll make a puukko sheath with this metal and I'll do it with gold, you know what I mean? Then I'll make one like this out of gold. And I'll sell it for $2,500 or some shit. And there will be a puukko collector come along and on my website and want to buy it. Hell, I might even carve a puukko sheath out of reindeer antler. See, I like doing things artistic with my hands. And I got too much carpal tunnel. I got to get that taken care of. Be pounding, you know. I could buy a machine that pounds for me, or I could even make one, but I don't care for Damascus. It'll never be my thing, and I'll never sell anything. if a customer, maybe I'll offer one Damascus knife on my website one of these days, but I'll get it beveled and ground and ready to go. All I got to do is put a handle on it and make a sheath for it and sell it to somebody. Yeah, I know exactly what it is, Cliff. I know they're masters at their art. They're masters at doing all this shit. But it's not for me. I'm not gonna, I can't even spend the time to watch them. I've seen their work. I've got every magazine with all the makers' knives in them right now. I have the best knife magazines there, and right now I can pull one out and show you that Kyle and everybody else's. And I know exactly what they are, what they look like, what skill level they're at, because they're in the Blade magazine every month. All these top guys are in Blade magazine. They're always in it. And I've seen their work. It doesn't interest me. I'll never do it. I don't care for it. I don't care to buy it. I don't care to look at it. I don't care to go to their sites and waste my time doing that, because I got to waste my time for me doing what I love to do. See, because that's what I love to do. I don't care ever to get famous as a copper bladesmith. No, it doesn't interest me. But I do love to watch them work once in a while. I'll watch them on YouTube, or, I'll come across some of their videos and I'll watch it because it's fascinating to watch. These guys are masters of what they do, and I understand exactly what they do. But if I wanted to be doing what they're doing, I would have been done doing it already. The last 20 years, I would have started doing what they're doing now. But, like I said, what's on my mind is get my website going. So I got to spend all my time on that. And here I am, fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm just rattling on about shit. Half of it probably don't make sense to you, though. Right, exactly. That's it too. That's what you guys like. That's what you love, and that's awesome. And them guys are great. I've seen them. I've seen their work, man. They're phenomenally talented. In their skill level and in what they do. There's things I can do that they can't do, but I can't make a knife like they do unless I spent 10 years learning the skill. And you guys like that shit? That's awesome, man. I mean, I know what you're talking about. It's this crazy work that they do. It's unbelievable. I'm not making daggers for anybody, and I never will. I mean, I might venture into making Bowie knives. I'm gonna wait till my oven's hooked up. I got an oven back there that'll go to 3,400 degrees, and it's just sitting. And all I got to do is put the digital upgrade in it, because right now it'll run off just electricity, but I can't control the heat. I got to get the digital heat control on it so I can do Bowie knives and a little bit bigger knives. But I'm not gonna consistently. I might offer one in the near future. I might offer one Bowie knife on my website that I hand make. Oh yeah, I mean, I got endless books and endless resources. I got books over here. No, over there. I got books over there that's probably got every knife handle that's ever made. You know what I mean? Ideas. And I got sites on my computer. I could just sit there and trace out any handle I want. I go back to my shop, I'll make that handle. But yep, I done gotten all them ideas, Victor. If they've made it, I've seen them make it, or I've seen it made. Almost 25 years now, watching and learning knife makers and knife enthusiasts. You know what I mean? And I just got to spend more time on myself. a website, and my equipment. I got to start upgrading my equipment and getting a better shop rolling, a more efficient shop rolling. If I want to do this and make money on my website making knives, I got to have efficient equipment. So I'm not, I mean, like they'll make knives right there. I had them done in 3 hours, cutting them out. So when I make knives, I like to make a half dozen of each. So I'll do a half dozen in a couple hours and do another half dozen in a couple hours before I even put bevels on them. Then I'll go back and I'll put bevels on all 12 of them in the night. But a little bit, I need a little bit better equipment than what I already have. I want to get a 72-inch grinder, and them things are like $3,400, but I can buy a kit for like $750 and make it myself because I got 2 different welders here. I can weld one up myself. But like I said, if I want to make a knife the way I want to make it and put a handle and a guard on it the way I want to do it, it's going to be morely of my design. And technically, if you look at knives today, everything's a spinoff of the generation before. I mean, granted, there is people that have their own style where they put their own spinoff into that style that's always already been around. Like you'll see 25 different makers out there have a knife handle exactly like a Buck 119. You know what I mean? But it's got a different curve in it here or there. It's got the same pommel on it. Everything's a spinoff of everything. It just tweaked a little bit to be their own. You know what I mean? Like this one here. This is another maker's blade design. But I put the choil in it, made it my own. I rounded off the bottom, made my own, and I put a bottle opener in it. So this knife shape is now mine, but it's a spin-off of one before. Most all knives are just a spin-off of the knives that were made before it. I mean, how many different bowie makers are there out there, right? And they generally, if you put them all in the same category, because a buoy is a buoy. So there's like 1,000 different buoy makers with the same shape of blade. That's just a spin-off of the ones before it. Their handles are a little different. Their guards and pommels are a little more ornate. Got their spin into it, whether they got gold inlaid into it or they got it carved certain ways. Yeah, and that's it too, Barbara. I love doing leather. I love doing both, knife and leather. I get lost when I'm carving on leather. I just love it. And that's another reason why I'm not growing too fast with the knife industry. But now I got a website and I want to put my leather goods and my knife goods in it at my own pace, but I want them there. I want people to be able to buy them when I have it all done by October 1st and people can start buying on my page. I want to keep them in there. I want to keep the supply going. So they order a knife. Next morning, I see somebody's ordered a knife. I label it. I ship it. It's gone. And then if I'm down to my last couple of knives, it's time to make 6 more. And I'll keep myself busy just doing that. I'll always do leather, and that's one reason why I got into leather work about 10 years ago. Because like 15 or so years ago when I started making knives, I did it for a few years and I stopped doing it. And then I started doing it again for a couple of years. And then I'm like, I'm having a hard time finding sheaths for my knives that I'm making. You know what I mean? And to find somebody local to make them is like pulling the teeth back then. Why don't I learn this leather work? Why don't I learn how to make my own sheaths? So then 12 years ago, I got into doing leather work. And I I bought 60 orders in a month on Amazon. My wife's like, you got to slow down on Amazon. So 60 orders later, I got all the tools I need to do leather work, and I just took off from there. But yeah, and when I carve leather, man, I could just get lost in doing it. I've had 19, 20 hours straight of working on carving leather one time. Several times, I mean. Hear my wife walking around up there. What is he doing live again? So, just killing time. I need to go to bed, though. I really do. Make me a few more cigarettes, and I think I'm just going to hit it. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, Vic. You know, I mean, there's some great makers out there, man. Some talented people, boy. Some of these knife makers just blow your mind looking at their work. But that's all they do. They don't do leather work. They don't do side jobs. They don't do upholstery work. They don't, you know what I mean? They do what they love to do, and that's what they do. And it shows in their work. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly but surely I will have videos. My lower back, man, I tell you what, it's dried up. I'll have videos on carving, but I'm not in a hurry to do that. You know what I mean? Because right now my concern is getting my website loaded up. It might be 6 months before I put out my first video for carving something in leather. Because I don't get subscribers that much off of videos. Nowhere near that I do by going live. You know what I mean? Well, again, Vic, I don't, you know, I was turned off by Whatnot for a certain reason, and I won't go back. I popped in there to see a couple of these goofballs that are trying to sell stuff in there, and it's some of it's comical. And I don't need to be on these platforms. You know, I need to load my website and sell what I love to make. You know, and I can't be spending time trying to sell on this site and time to try to sell on that site and time to sell more time to sell on this site. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can only do so much. And I'm not looking to grow like you're thinking I am. I'm wanting to, but I'm not. I just want to concentrate on getting my stuff finally out there at my own pace, not sell here, sell there, sell everywhere. I don't want to sell everywhere. I just want people coming to my YouTube channel and enjoy my channel and be able to pick something up from me. That's all I want. I don't want to become a millionaire or make $100,000 a year selling a knife or sell knives for $5,000 a piece. I don't want to do it. I've done all that shit when I was your age. You know, I was a hustler, man. I mean, I was doing 3-4 houses a day or a week. I mean, you know, building 3 or 4 houses a week and walking away with 20 grand at the end of the week. You know, I went through all that shit. My body's been beat up from doing it. I'm done. I'm done pleasing the public and trying to overly please myself. You know, yeah, I'm 60 years old. I'm not 40, 50, or 25 where I'm looking at a possible great future in the knife business. Because if I was 25, I'd be hustling everything you're saying. You know, and I wish I would have known then what I know now. Because right now I know 3 times more about the industry and probably selling at that rate in the industry, but I don't care. You know, I made $2-3 million being a union carpenter. I made my money. You know, I'm retired now, so I'm kicking it. I'm doing things at my own pace, and you know what I mean. So that's something you gotta want to do if you want to get into knife bladesmithing and, at your young age and excel at it. Yeah, I could have a Facebook store too, Cliff. I don't want it. I just want a website. That's all. I want to entertain you guys on my YouTube channel and at my own pace and share some of my skills that I do have with the leatherwork and more of the bladesmithing. I haven't even touched the surface to show you guys what I can do with pounding a hammer, but I'll never do Damascus. I don't care. It's just another bunch of equipment you got to get. I'll never do stainless. Just a bunch of other equipment you got to get. Then before you know it, you got to have this big ass shop to have all this different equipment. For what? I'm not trying to sell thousands of knives a month. My own pace, my own old age. I'm doing things that I love to do. I don't want to make it a job. I want it to be a passion, and it'll always be a passion till I die. Yeah, I mean, you guys are young. Go get it. You know what I mean? I know you guys, you probably think I'm picking my ass, but I'm not. My lower back. If I showed you my lower back, it'd gross you out. You think my hands are bad. This psoriasis is terrible, man. I'm going to have to come up with a cure for it. Yeah. So that's, what Vic's talking about is for that young guy go getter, that young go getter, not the retired guy that just doesn't care anymore. Like I said, I'm doing this for a passion. I'm not doing it to make thousands. I don't care. I don't care if I ever make a $3,000 knife. I can, but nah. Some of these guys that make these $3,000 knives to 50,000, and the only reason why they're getting 150 is because they paid their dues up through the ranks around the world as a world-known maker. Them's the ones making that high dollar like that. But the $3,000 to $5,000 range, and even some of these guys I've seen on YouTube that makes $20,000 knives, it takes them 5-6 months to make that knife. It 5-6 months. In 5-6 months, I can make, let me see, 10, 20, 30, 40. 6 times 4 is 240,000. I can make 240,000 building 6 decks at 10 grand a pop. You know what I mean? So it takes time to, to even make something that extravagant. I'm sure that $150,000 knife probably took that guy every bit of a month to put together. Or he's just so superly well known that people pay these out the ass to get it because that's his knife. I want his knife. I got 150,000 in the bank right now. I'll just write the check and it's mine. Right, you do the same hobbies as me, exactly, and that's just it too, Cliff. I mean, if I want to sell on all these sites and I want to make all these different types of knives, and I wouldn't have no time for fishing, for hunting, for foraging in the woods, for mushrooms and everything else I like to get out of the woods to eat. I wouldn't have no time for none of that shit, I even occasionally like to take my camera out and do some wildlife photography once in a while just for myself. So if I did all this shit, I'd be so fucking busy I wouldn't even be able to enjoy what I'm doing. Or really want to do, see? I guess I could say in my career, I've done everything that I enjoyed to do, and I love doing what I did. And now it's retirement time. It's to do things on my own pace and what I love to do. There you go. I mean, you can get lost in drawing and painting, you know, I always have. But do what you love to do. You know, you don't have to do what everybody's doing, you know. Pick something and excel at it. You know, it's like these guys selling these $150,000 knives. They pick that to make them knives and they excelled at it. Find one thing and run with it, man. Don't try to please everybody and do everything that everybody's doing. You got to pick one thing, man, and be the best at it. I picked one thing that was a union carpenter. You know, I mastered my skill and then I retired from it. I'm done doing it. Now I'm picking what I want to do the rest of my life. The last part of my life. Yeah, okay. A lucky one that made it back. Oh, so I guess I'm gonna get off here. My wife's probably, what the fuck, man? I need to go up and put some medicine on my knees and my back. It's starting to bother me. +2, let me see, it's 5 p.m. is 12 hours. 17 hours I'll be live again. Bonfire at 10 p.m. I'm gonna go out in the backyard. I want to do another bonfire. I love my bonfires. And if I could share it with you all, that's even better. Right. That's it. I do what I love to do, Bart, with nobody's consent. You know, everybody's got ideas, but you know, my ideas are just enjoy what I'm doing as a passion. I don't want it to be a job. I don't want making knives, and that's why I want to spend a whole month getting my website rolling, because once I do get it rolling, then I won't have to do as much as often. I just whip out what I have to for it and just continually add to it slowly. And if I run out of stocks, everybody buys my shit up right away. When I post it, I'll say, I'm just going to put out of stock, and then I'll work at my own pace to put that stock back in. And then when you see it in stock again, you can get it. They can buy it again. We need to get outdoors and active. Well, you're talking to two people that do get outdoors and active, me and Cliff. You know what I mean? I've always been active in the outdoors. I grew up in the outdoors. I'm a multi-species fisherman. I'm a multi-species wild game hunter, here in what the Midwest has to offer me. And like Cliff, he's the same in Alaska. Whatever Alaska throws at him, that's what he's best at. We get outside. You're talking to two people that get outside every day. Knives are addicting. You can get repeat customers who want different scales. Yeah, they are addicting. And that's why I'm making my knives the way I am. You start out with a skeletal so the guy can afford to get the knife in its basic form. You know, they'll have a cuttable blade in a sheath for low cost, and then when they start adding to it, you know, they get 3, 4, 5 different scales that I offer for it. Build up there a better you know, sheath. You know, they'll start out with Kydex and maybe want a leather one for it. I'll do a Kydex pocket drop sheath, and I'll do a leather pocket drop sheath, of course. And then I'll do a hybrid, which is both Kydex and leather. So the options are limitless with the knives I'm doing, and that's why I want to do it, so somebody can afford the knife right away, and then add to it. And that's how I want to make most of my knives. Right, Cliff. I don't think Vic could handle being in the outdoors with me and you. Especially in your climate. Your climate will make a full-grown man fucking cry. But it does, you know, I mean, we never hit 60 below here. I had one time when I was a kid, we had a record low of 42 below right here in Illinois. But we do hit 20, 30 below here a lot. And a lot of it comes off the Lake Michigan. That's why they call it the Windy City. So we get all the Arctic blast down through the lake and right here to where I'm at in Illinois. So it does get miserably cold here. I mean, a lot of people can't even stand going to Chicago in the middle of winter. Morning, Joe. What's up, bud? Yeah, I know. Hey, Victor admits he wouldn't make it. And I tell you what, unless I was trained in Alaska, I wouldn't make it either. That's why you have friends there so they can show you. Oh, I hate this shit. Let the cigarette tobacco sit too long in the machine and it's getting dry. So it ain't packing worth of shit now. It's telling me I need to go to bed. Yep, Alaska will make a full-grown man cry if he makes it through the night. I fought a dude the other day, a 6 foot, 200 pounds muscle, and I'm only 5'8", 160 pounds. Well, when you got 1,700 to 2,700 pounds of that's packed behind one bear claw coming at your shoulder, tell me how you fight that up. You know, human beings are the easiest in the world to fight. Human beings are the easiest in the world to hunt. Human beings are way more easier to track and hunt than any wild game animal in the woods. And that's a fact. Because human beings are way more predictable than something that has instinct to survive in the wild. They're easier to track, they're easier to hunt, and they're just too predictable. Cliff's Cliff's killed many bears and been through many close encounters with them, and he's lived to talk the tale. So most people don't know or how to judge a person by their character just based on their profile on a chat log. You just got to get to know somebody. Once you get to know somebody, then you know. No, he don't. But he's probably he'll probably be willing to learn if you let him. You know, I don't. He hasn't seen my live with you before. Maybe Vic will get to see Cliff go live with me again. We'll talk about the great outdoors again. In fact, all you got to do really is go. What night did I have you live? Was that I can't remember. It wasn't. Let me see. It's Thursday now. I think it was last Sunday, wasn't it? A couple lives ago, you can go, Vic, and see my interview with Cliff, and we're talking about the great Alaskan outdoors. Yeah, no, we're not disliking. You know what? I think I'm just gonna shut down this live right now because you guys don't need to be getting into or just come in, you know, Vic, and watch what a man has to say in an interview, and then it'll be all good. Just some people live the rougher life than others, and you can't, you know, and really, I mean, this is the way I've been. It's like a younger guy can't tell an older guy all the things he's been through till he's actually been through more than that older guy. You know what I mean? And that's where older guys always look overstepped on their boundaries. So you got to realize, hey, you know, a 20-yard dumpster I filled up by hand in the woods in my backyard. My Halion 80-pound garbage can half a mile to the dumpster like 50 times. I care for clean nature. Well, that's cool, Vic. But ain't nobody asking anybody to brag in here either. You know what I mean? I used to do all that shit when I was your age too. But as we get older, we can't do it anymore. So it's your turn. You do that. So what you're telling us, we've already been there, done that. You know what I mean? So it's like that's part of being young. The dominant bull's gonna get the best cows, right? Yep. Hey, Cliff, you can go check out my interview with you. And before Cliff broke his back, he was a big dude, man. I mean, I've seen his pictures. He was just a shithouse full of muscles. You know, a lot of them guys in Alaska are just like that. You know, and you learn to be tough. You learn to survive in an atmosphere that'll kill you. Well, if you used to move to Alaska right now, Victor, the first thing you would do was seek the locals to help teach you the neck of the woods. You wouldn't do it on your own because you'd die the first night out. So you go to Alaska, you know, you learn how to survive in them harsh conditions and with them animals, they make you pray. It's like it's a learning process, you know. And when Cliff first got to Alaska, you know what, 30 years ago, he had to go through that. He had to have the locals teach him the ropes, you know. And then somebody like him, he's been through hell and back with his body and you know his luck. You know, he's been through it all, man. And you know, so it just comes down to us. The younger guys are telling stories about things they've done in their life. Ain't nothing compared to what some of the older gentlemen have done in their life. Your dad was stationed in Anchorage. Cool. Anchorage is not that remote, I don't think, compared to where Cliff's at. Like he said, he's 70 miles from anything. A lot of them people live out there. They got to be flown in, you know. I got one of my best friends I went to school with. She's living there now, and her husband has a winter home in California, and then in the summer they fly into their land in Alaska. But there's only one way in there. It's fly in on this little lake that's right by where they got their property. So you know, most of that. It's same with Canada. You know, less than I think only 1/8 of Canada's lived in. In most of the places that are remote, people won't land in the remote areas. There's lakes everywhere. You got to be flown in to get to them. There's no roads. There's no nothing. During Korea, that's cool. But fortunately, Cliff's got a road to get him where he needs to go. But still 70 miles. That's you learn to take care of your health or your body, or you're gonna die. There ain't nobody close gonna help you out. Anchorage is a city. Yeah, exactly. And so I think Kodiak is too, right? Kodiak, Alaska, and Anchorage are like big cities there. So it's they're highly populated. And neighbors are 100 feet from each other, not 100 miles. No, he lives off of a highway, but it's 70 miles away from. It's it's a highway that's out in the middle of nowhere. It's like when you're going from through Nebraska here. The state's 980 some miles long, and you might go 120 miles before you come from one town to the next. It's the same there. If there's roads, that doesn't mean the towns are next to each other. There's Illinois Kerner. What's up, man? Still up. I didn't start this live stream till a couple hours ago. I just decided to practice with my PC what I was learning tonight, and I had to go live to do it. I didn't have to go live. I just actually did a private run with what I learned, but I was like, it's early. I want to see who's up late. Sun is popping up soon. Oh yeah, I know. I need to get to bed. About 15, 20 minutes will start coming up here. So in about 5 minutes, guys, I'm gonna pull it. Y'all see me tonight, 10 p.m. G-Man, Illinois is Jason. Yeah, that's his name, Jason. Okay. All right, Jason. You came in at the wrong time. Did you get my email about the sheath? Oh, that was you. Yeah. Well, I done told everybody everything's going on the first of the month. Well, Google made sure that didn't happen. So now Tuesday, I'm getting my annuity investment directly deposited in my account, and I'm sending all 20 packages out Tuesday. And I will have everybody that emailed me a tracking number Tuesday night. So be looking for the tracking number Tuesday night. Unfortunately, the last 2 months, Google hasn't paid me. I had $170 and now another 100. So after they took their cut, I got $239 coming. And they sent me an email the 26th of last month saying, congratulations, your next payment will be on its way by the 1st. Well, the 1st came here and nothing in my account. So I had to message them and say, well, what the fuck, man? So, and like I've been telling everybody from now on, there's some people who win 3 or 4 things. And since right now I can't count on Google and it's coming out of my pocket, not only to send this shit out, but also to make it for free. I've got a box over here. The lady's got 5 items in it. She's won 4 different times, and then somebody's bought something off of me for her. She's got 5 items in it. I don't have to send it five different items 5 different times. So when I get my annuity, I'm putting it in my account. I'm sending everybody out, and then I'm going to have that extra money in the account, so I can wait on Google to pay me when they decide to pay me, and not wait to ship things out from now on. I'll have that annuity money in my new account for my business, to where I can mail everybody out on the 1st every month. So when people start winning from me again, every 4 weeks, that's when I'm sending it all out. I'm not going to send it out the night after I make it. I'm going to have once a month on the 1st, every 1st of the month. What everybody's won the last 4 giveaways is going to all be sent out at the same time. So once a month, I'll be sending out my stuff. But if you email me now, I'll send you Tuesday night an email when they all go out. And it's for certain everybody's going out on Tuesday. So oh, you want to order one? Okay, well, I told everybody too, I'm not going live to make anything until October 1st. I'm shutting her down for a month. And now today I got everything out except for the 4 different things I got on the table there. That's easy. I'll have it done in a day or 2. And I'm spending the next 27 days get my pocket drops done, my 3 different knives that I'm offering. I'll have 6 of each in my website by the end of the month. Come the 1st of October, you're going to be able to buy my shit off my website. I got t-shirts coming in. I got hats coming in. I got hoodies coming in. They're being made now. I got both my Backwoods leather stickers and my Kodiak Edge stickers already made. I'm picking them up Tuesday. I'm going to have them on my website. And then for members, I'm going to send sticker packs out to my members for free. And I'm going to make also some leather goods that'll be on my website as well, like some basic slips, some cool slips, but basic, the 2-inch by 4-inch slips for traditional guys. I'm going to make them side trays for the bed, that Derek went at me, that one with the case knives carved into it. I'll make a half a dozen of them. They'll be on my website. So I'm spending a whole month doing this. So I'm taking a month off until October 1st so I can get everything out of the way and made and on my site. Link on my about page. No, the link is not the about, but underneath you got all the options: live, shorts, this, that. To the far right, there will be there's shop. You click on shop, and it takes you right to my Shopify website. The more about me is all my links: Instagram, Facebook, you know, whatever I belong to. I got like 5 different Facebook pages in there, but there's a shop link. It's there right now. And my website I've paid now for 3 months, and I haven't put nothing in it yet. So it's time to get it rolling. But you have one, right? Yeah, Jason. You got in your about page. You got a link. Yeah, you can post. I could post links in there too. But you can actually through your monetization, you can go into the editor in Studio and get the shop app that's built into it. Put it on your header with everything else. Makes it a little bit easier. And plus, when they see shop, they oh, this guy's got a website. That's cool. Sometimes they won't see your website if you just got it and they click more. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people they don't click on that because they're not used to being a YouTuber or something. I don't know. But I guess if they get good at it, they figure it out. It's better to have them in both places. I should put mine in the about more too. And I probably will. Yeah, that's in the studio, Jason. Where you go to you click on the dollar sign, the you click on the dollar sign, and then there's all them options in there. You scroll up till you see it. But you got to be monetized to have the shop feature. And then you got to get a website, and then you link it in there to your page, and then the shop icon comes up. And I think up on top of that, it shows you the shop. You click on it, and then it just says something like you must build your website here. Something like that. I can't remember. But if I went through it again, I could tell you. Yeah, so it's if you're not monetized, then yeah, you would have a link in your more, which does the same thing. So all you got to do is tell people in your lives or in your videos, just click on more about me underneath your header, and it'll take you to my website. That's just as good to do it that way. It doesn't have you don't have to have a shop like, you know what I mean. But if you do have products to sell, that's wise to do that, like what you're doing. You got to have your website linked into that more about me for sure. Like I said, you just guide people there. And you just do your YouTube channel at your own pace. You don't have to be in a hurry. You'll get there eventually. And really, it only takes like 1 or 2 good videos where you'll start get taken off. And the more you do the video editing, the more the videos are interesting to people, the more they stay and the more they come. And it's the biggest learning curve about YouTube is learning how to get their attention, keeping their interest, and delivering what your thumbnail's about. I mean, they don't want to come there and hear your like a couple of these pages where they're stuck at 1,400 subscribers because they rattle on for 15, 20 minutes about their life before they start showing what the video is actually going to be about. You know what I mean? Get to the point. 15 seconds should be telling them what you're going to do and what you're about, what this video is about, and then delivering. But if you deliver, now you got to make it interesting. Don't make it boring. Don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about your family problems when you're making these videos. Get to the point, make it very informative, and keep them drawn in. Because if you don't do any of this, then you just go. And then when you got a thumbnail for your videos, 3 words. There's the 2 rules with doing videos on YouTube. Never make your introduction in it longer than 15 seconds. And never put more than 3 words in your thumbnail. You can get away with 4, maybe 5, but especially when they're a little bit bigger. Because when people scroll through, you're putting the algorithm on these people that like knives. So when they're searching in their homepage for knife channels, they're scrolling fairly fast. So the mind can see 3 words right off the get-go as they're scrolling. But when there's like 10 words there, they just keep scrolling. See what I'm saying? So less is more when it comes to making videos on YouTube. Yeah, editing does suck. And it's just something, if you want your channel to continually grow, you got to make it more and more interesting. You know, because you're competing against 2,000 or 2.8 million YouTubers a day. You know, and the key factor for the young YouTuber is 3-word thumbnails, 15-second introductory, deliver. Get their interest, keep their interest. Don't bore them, make them stay there. It used to be where if you made a video over 12, 15 minutes, people got bored, went away. But if that whole video is entertaining, and there's people that are editing now that are making them so entertaining, you don't want, after 20 minutes, you're still there. So it does have a lot to do with editing skills, but that's why it benefits the newcomer more to have 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? Even if you have to put your editing in speed mode in between what you're doing, you know what I mean? You don't have to show everything. Just show the details that matter, you know, and get her done in 5-10 minutes for the newcomer. Nowadays, but there's clips, they're starting to go back to 25, 30 minutes. Especially the guys that's been doing it a long time is great at the editing, and they make them interesting. I've watched 25, 30-minute videos because they just kept me drawn in the whole time. And that's key. If you're going to do long videos, you got to keep your audience tuned in. And always remember this too, when you make short videos, 5-10 minutes for the beginner, get to the point right away, boom, they got it. They like it. They weren't bored. They got out of there. And then do like a sequel. Sequels always bring them back. That's the key too, is bring them back. So you don't have to show them everything in one video. Show one video. Come check out my part 2. Next week, I'll have my part 2 on this, and you'll learn how to do this next step and this next step. So then you're bringing them in. You know, they're wanting to go to that next video. And then when that video is over, okay, I'm not done yet. Come back the 3rd week, and I'll have the conclusion of this knife or whatever you're doing. So then you keep them in, but you keep them entertaining in them 5-10 minute videos so that they're not bored. But the biggest factor where people fuck up, especially beginners, is talking about themselves for 10-15 minutes. No, 10-15 seconds on what your thumbnail's in their mind to deliver. So like I said, 3 to 4 letters, the words to get your point across. When they're scrolling, they see it, they'll stop. There's too many letters, they're just going to keep on going. So 3-4 words, and 12 to 15 seconds max on your introductory. You know, so you see these big boys, they'll have this real cool video come up when you first click on the video, and it's them walking through the woods, shooting their bow or their gun and this and that, but it's over in 15 seconds. and then, or like 6 seconds. And then when they come in to talk about what they're going to do, so, hey, welcome to Kodiak Edge. Today I'm going to show you how to take apart a knife, and we're going to clean it and get her all done. All that and more next here on Kodiak Edge. That's all between the introductory video and you talking 15 seconds. And then you deliver. So, like I said, the shorter the videos are, the better off you are. You're keeping their interest because it's only 5-10 minutes long. But if you need to do more, you need more video for what you're showing, then just do it in a sequel. Because then they'll want to come back the next week to see how you finished it. I need sleep too. Yep, it's time. I think my best video is 44K views. That's good. That's real good. And it's minute long. Yeah, see, like I said, 8 minutes long. That's it. You know, you deliver on 8 minutes, they'll come back. You know what I mean? But if you don't deliver in the first 8 minutes, they're gone. And then they'll never come back because this fucking guy talks too much. He talks about his life. You know, and there's a couple pages, video guys that I like watching their page. You know, and I'm not cutting on this man because we all know him too well and we all love him, you know. But he's a storyteller and we know him. And I told him too the other day when I was talking to him on the phone, you know, you're a storyteller. You like to say what's going on throughout the day. And we all love you. So we'll sit there and watch 20, 30 minutes of you. But these newcomers come in, man, they don't know who you are. You know, they subscribe to your channel. Oh, this guy's cool. He knows the shit. But man, he rattles on too much. You know what I mean? So he said, oh, yeah, I'm working on that. I says, you know, you got to be more scriptive if you're going to be long, you know, and you got to deliver on what you're doing. But he's all fine and cool with us because we love the guy, you know, and there's only 1,000 of us that do. Cliff, it was etching stainless steel. Oh, cool. I'll check it out too, Cliff. Or Jason. I know I subscribed to your channel. I got to start going there. Just, you know, there's a lot. I got like probably 300-400 channels I subscribe to. And I'm lucky to go to like maybe a couple of them a day. Because I got so much shit I got to do. And make the wife happy. So, okay, guys, let's all get off here, man. It's almost daylight. And I already told you I was probably going to sleep in until 2 o'clock anyways. It ain't going to matter for me. So, I need to shut down the shop, turn off all the lights, and I can't wait till Tuesday. My shop will be empty again and ready to go. So, like I said, y'all, even you, Cliff, everybody will get a tracking number in the email. I'll spend all night if I have to make sure everybody's got their tracking numbers. So that said, thanks for keeping me company tonight because I was just doing this for you guys to have somewhere to go and talk. It was fun. And I'll talk to you later. I am getting tired. All right, guys. Thanks. Love you all. Peace. I gotta learn how to turn the stream on. Hold on. I gotta look at something real quick. 39 views. Chat rate 1. Current viewers 6. All right, Barb. Good night. Good night, Jason and Cliff and whoever else is lurking. Peace.